Mic test. There we go. Good to go. We'll be starting here shortly, y'all. About 1 or 2 minutes. What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Let me get this music in the background off. I don't even know. I don't think y'all can even hear that. I don't think that comes through, but whatever. Who cares about that? It was just some coffee shop music, you know what I'm saying? Just a little relaxing, chill time before we get into the price action, the exciting price action of actually, it's not exciting at all today. But anyway, welcome. Happy Friday. It is August, what is it, 11th? August 11th already, 2023. I am Z Rex. This is No Noise. And we're going to jump right into it with some price action. Not that there's very much to talk about today, but sometimes that happens. A very flat day across the board. Everything is kind of, there's a couple things down, a couple percent. Hey, what's going on, Tid V? Happy Friday, man. Yeah, nothing really exciting going on. Pulse chain's the only thing that's like double digit moves. Down 10%, breaching that 500. We'll look at that in a little bit. Yeah, other than that, pretty lackluster meh day for Friday, but let's go ahead and see if we got any new data from yesterday. No, just sitting right on top of structure on the 20, between the 21 and the 55. So nothing really interesting there. Let's see how futures are closing the week at. Yeah, just right on top of all the business. Very, just not new information there. It's just, I mean, it still looks fine. Higher highs, higher lows. It's just no momentum at all. Just kind of so boring. What the hell? You're very welcome. Thank you, sir, for the happy Friday. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, whatever. Just such boring price action. God, something we were getting some partying going on Tuesday because we got a nice little girthy candle, but then it just petered out and went right back to the top of range. So just not really much to add on there. Still looks okay, but the struggle is real. But oh yeah, whatever. Let's go to Unicorn Shirt Man. What is he doing? Man, smack in the middle of the range. I mean, this can't be more neutral to bullish with a slight bullish bias than it is already. I mean, just super sideways, man. What the absolute hell? Well, at least we're gonna get resolution probably pretty soon. I'm pretty much thinking by the end of this month we're gonna get a very large move in crypto. I'm pretty much looking for like a off this compression. I'm pretty sure we're looking either at like mid 30s or lower 20s off of this. So yeah, that's he's always wearing those. So lower 20s and mid 30s, I think by the end of the month is definitely in the cards. And I am leaning slightly bullish just because the weekly chart is sloped up on the EMA. On all the EMAs actually are sloped up, so we do have to lean to the bullish side on bitty bits. And also on ETH, I mean, technically we are all crossed up and sloped up. Although this slope is pretty weak sauce on the short term, we are pretty much sideways. They're horizontals at this point. And futures also showing the same thing on ETH. After all these mega flashes, we still haven't got the move yet, but it's a coming. Usually you get it within 14 candles or something after it happened. This one was 7 in a row, so that's a little bit of an outlier. So we'll see if it takes a double time or something. But you already know it's 1920 and about 1800 is that range. What do we got here? Oh, we got a follow. We got H. Reach Kazai. Man, okay. We're just going to go H. Reach. What's up, man? Appreciate the sub. Welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah, just nothing, man. No follow through. Blah. Just in the bottom of this stupid range. Yeah, I mean, 80, 85 is just kind of the what the F range. Nothing really to add there. ETC is actually kind of looking nasty. This is more of a bearish chart than the other ones, that's for sure. We're still in lower lows, lower high mode on the daily, and we got the slope down all on the excuse me. We got the downslope on all the EMAs too on the daily. I mean, we are right on this trend line here, so maybe there's a little bit of support in this zone, but yeah, it's just not until probably Bitcoin gets an attempt over 30,000 again. Really, 31,000 is what we need to see. Ripple Me Nips is just chilling. Brad Garlic Bread, what's he doing? He's not cooking anything up. Doji right under horizontal. I mean, look at this Doji. It's literally right up underneath our horizontal. So really solidifying 64-cent handle is kind of the area of contention. We're not really doing anything. Nothing to add really from yesterday. Just super tight. I would be a little concerned if this lost 61.5 again. That would not be good. XLM doing the same shit, struggling right at the edge of the blue box here. Yeah, weekly, you got the Doji rejection, a little follow through, engulf that whole tail too on the Doji. Yeah, I mean, it's just so boring. It's like, man, awesome, let's go. We getting it going, and then it just peters out. That's kind of been the MO though of a lot of crypto for most of this year after the initial pump in the first quarter. So we've mostly just been kind of going sideways. XLM came late to the party after the SEC announcement, so that was nice. TRX is also nothing to add here, sideways. It's pretty much going to be Wednesday's video at this point. I'm not really seeing anything that's standing out really at all, so we're just going to be flying through these because there's just not really anything new to add. Y'all can clearly see structures here. We're just sitting atop. Most of the charts look like that. There are some shittier charts like ETC, DOT looks kind of shitty, ADA looks shitty, EOS looks shitty. So, yeah, and you're getting to eat this. The EMA is starting to open back to the downside. Momentum is kind of neutral right now, so whatever, but also whatever on this stupid chart. You know, you could argue this is a decent accumulation zone until you lose this swing low here at about 420. Of course it's 420. What else would it be? But outside of that, on real long-term, kind of higher risk plays, it's pretty meh. Well, let's see here. Already broke this trend line. So that's extra bleh. Not really caring about this below 30 cents. Whatever. Link is kind of doing the same thing, just a little bit of sideways and struggle today. Not terrible, just really needs to clear back up over that, $8 level and keep holding 7. So the 7 handle in general, as long as it's ping ponging in there, it's constructively building. Let's see here. Nah, EOS. This is one of the worst looking charts. Don't even give a shit about this below 80 cents. BCH is attempting to do something, I guess, but look, not really, actually. I take that back. No, it's not. It's just back right chilling in the stupid range. Look at these EMAs. Can this get more squeezed? Yeah, it probably can. We only got about, what is that, $15, barely, about $15. We're just going to keep squeezing until it goes to like 10 pennies, I guess, or something. I don't know. BCH, little Roger Ver action, right in the middle of the long and short term moving averages and all this business. So really, you just got to watch this horizontal. If it stays above 210, it's all right. Man, still filling this out. Could this make another sideways candle? The compression on some of these charts, y'all, is just super crazy, man. Like, what the hell? Look at all this compression. It's pretty much been sideways as hell most of this year outside of, a couple weeks, or let's just call it the month of June. That was about it. XMR actually did break open and close below this range. So that is technically a little bit of a bearish break. And so being below 158 is definitely not good short term. Weekly, it's right on top of it, man. So, and you're right into all this business, this little hump here, all this. I mean, it's the first test. We'll see if the Bears get some Momo and get back below, this tail here at about 155. But yeah, technically it has open and closed below that horizontal. ZD cash barely holding on to 29. So that's the same shit. Still kind of filling out this descending triangle right here. So that is technically a bearish formation. Dash is above the 21 EMA. Hey, we haven't seen that since this little cluster back in June. Will it get some Momo and maybe get up here to like 34-ish? Possibly. We are coming fresh off of a vol flash on this as well from earlier in August. So, maybe we'll get some momentum here. This does not count as the move, though, from a vol flash. So just another marker that we've got mega compression and very large moves upon us. Whoa, what the hell? Didn't see this. I wonder if this is a bad print. Maybe it is. Let's go look at a nudger chart. Let's go to Coinbase. Yeah, that's probably just a bad print. We don't see it on Coinbase. Yeah, we don't see it on Binance. So usually some stuff like that's bad prints. I mean, this because that's a pretty big candle, 14%. Even if it's not, it's some glitch thing just on Bittrex, which actually I don't know why I have Bittrex up here. Probably just because it has the most data. But you can see it's kind of not the cleanest chart. I know they lost a lot of volume when they left the U.S. market. So maybe we need to actually change the Dogecoin chart that we're using. Regardless, though, even if this was the case on a real print, look where it went to. The 666s horizontal and bounced really hard. But, let's go ahead and just do that right now. Let's go to Polo. Polo generally has some pretty good chart history. It looks pretty much the same. Oh, I'm lazy right now and don't feel like doing that, so we're just going to leave this up. Regardless, it's showing that there is real good support there. Again, really need to hold 7.2, though, for this to have some good continuation on it. Weekly, yeah, I mean, we're above the 21, which is a little bit higher at 7.4. So pretty much the low sevens. Need to get out of the 7-cent handle in general for momentum either way. STX is not doing shit. Got a little confusion here on the short term and the long term. Long term's up, short term is sloped down. Best case scenario pretty much is this needs to really hold 55 cents. Not really the coolest looking chart. More sideways. Yay. TrueFi is actually trying to do some shit here, bouncing off, getting over the 21, testing the 55. Now, will this just be another rejection? You can see the 55 has commanded the bears to rally cry every time it tests it. So here's one, two. Here's a couple times that it got close. Here's a bunch more right here. Will this turn into that again? Possibly. You know, we bulls are trying to get up above 26 on the DMI, so this is actually a pretty good structure on DMI and RSI. So you know they got a real chance here. Losing 3.5 though again, meh. Okay, this is interesting. I do like this. All right, so I have not bought any of this yet. I mentioned it the last couple videos this week. Been dealing with this stupid plumbing issue. I just found out I'm gonna have to have like a whole my slab gone into, and oh god, it's gonna be too much damn money. But anyway, I didn't. I just keep forgetting to go nibble on some of this. But after this candle, I like this actually a lot more. This hammer candle, bears tried to push it down yesterday. Let's zoom into the crack time frames. Let's see. Yeah, so bears tried to push it down here. It looks like on the opening session of traditional markets, but did not have any success. Immediately come up and close a hammer candle in this range. Now, would have been a little sexier to close above these bodies. Yeah, definitely. Hey, but that is pretty decent. Let's zoom in. Not quite crack time frame. Yeah, very nice. Little tweezer bottom type structure engulfing. This is really solidifying that 5-2 support level. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go nibble on some of this weekend, because now with that candle, you've got yeah, dang it. I probably should take this call, but let's see, how far are we in right now? 18 minutes. Yeah, but the risk right here, I mean, you're talking a few percent. Even if you took it to the tail of here, is only 4%. Pretty much max. That's pretty badass risk to reward, because if this thing does even just halfway up here, you're already at 10, 12%. So that's over 2 to 1. And I would probably be looking for this thing to come up to the top of the blue box around 20%. So not bad. V-Chain, yeah, no, nothing. V-Chain is not being very Thor-like. It's being very bitch-like. Not really doing shit here. Really need to see it over 1819. Atom, man, nasty Atom chart. Okay, so is this a like kind of slightly modified H pattern? Maybe. Usually it kind of doesn't count if the tail's that deep, but you know, is close enough on this. Possibly. We'll see if it can hold this 810 level. Maybe we can stretch that definition a little bit. If it holds 810, like, and we see a pretty good bounce here over the next week or two and get over 980, that would actually look pretty good. But we are getting kind of deep into the trenches right now. Oh god, so is Osmos. Just absolute freaking death fest. This thing is just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding some more. We have not opened and closed yet on this local low below it, but if we do that, we're in official black hole mode, and this bitch could just go to pretty much wherever it wants to on the downside. Yay! Oh, here's another little dump fest on Ton, all the way to a buck. Bounced real hard up to the 21 EMA around 126. Is that kind of cool? Yeah, that actually would be a really sexy candle, especially if at the end of this day, we do have 7 whole hours. At the end of this day, if we could close above like 129 and even engulf this and be above the 21, that would actually look like a really good kind of confirmed local base here at around 120-ish. All right, let's see. Pulse chain. What are you doing, Richard Hart? Your coin is dying, bro. It's probably fine. If we take the whole structure, we just breached the 382. Some people like to just do the bodies. Some people like to do all price action. Kind of to each his own. I usually do all of it, but sometimes I like to see where the bodies are too. So right now we're right at the 618. So maybe this is like a little deep retrace. It is just the first breach of 500, and technically it does not have an open and close below 500. So let's see what the reaction is today. I'll be real curious to see how this closes. This might be setting up for some entry. Of course, this one is obviously very high risk on pulse chain, given that it's 0.00004 pennies on the dollar. All right, traditional markets. We have almost got to the 55. We were talking about this whenever the 21 gets breached. It's like an 89% chance that we go and test the 55. We've been making our way down there. We are just a little bit shy. Let's see, 44.60 to so barely 20 points is close enough on this as well. Possibly that is damn close, and the trend line's right there. So wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of stalls out right here and maybe gets another little relief bounce. And it is Friday too, so let's jump out to the weekly. Yeah, pretty not the best looking candle for the bulls, but kind of hovering right on this trend line, I think is okay, and we haven't made lower lows yet, even on the immediate structure. So, kind of see if the bulls can regain that 45 and get back above this magenta candle of doom. But as of right now, it kind of just looks like a retest of this breakout zone, a little liquidation break. Let's see. Oh, throw tickers in the troll box if you would like to have something looked at. We'll go check it out here in a second, because I'm kind of flying through this. There's just not really much to add from yesterday or from Wednesday's stream. 55 has already been touched on NASDAQ, and we are at about the 15K horizontal and really needs to hold that. We don't hold that. That pretty much opens it up to the 21 weekly, which is all the way down at about another 500 points, so like 14.5, and then we'll have to kind of reassess from there. Weekly momentum is still pretty bullish on the DMI. It's actually still very bullish on the DMI. And on daily, you can see the bears are trying to get in, but this is the neutral zone between 16 and 26. And the power zone is when it's above 26. And so even on the daily, even though there's a little bit of selling, the momentum isn't super great yet off of this. That can flip, and I would see this probably would cross 26 if we do lose 15 for real skis. You're very welcome, Tid V. We're going to look at Tesla, bots, coin, and Maker. Oh, man, Maker. Haven't seen Maker in a while. All right, so holding that 15. And then on the upside, it's pretty much like a range of 14.5 and 15.5. And until we get out of that, then the momentum really starts to change on the macro. Dow is just really chop fest 3000, kind of nasty candle right here on the yesterday's close, but then it's followed up by a doji so far. Yeah, there's still 4 hours left, barely floating on the 21. I mean, what the hell is this crap? Yeah, I mean, as long as it's holding this 35,000 level, looks okay. Still haven't got the move off of the vol flash at the top of range, which we don't see very often. So losing 35 or gaining 35.7, that's pretty much going to open the door to each next corresponding horizontal. So down here, 34.2, and up here at 36.2. Russell is vol flashing now on a sell-off. That's interesting. The vol flashes are acting crazy, man. I just really think there is gigantic moves coming down the pipeline here shortly, like within a couple of weeks. And I know these are like fairly big moves, especially if you look at NASDAQ's chart. It's done some pretty big moves, but we kind of have been going sideways, even on NASDAQ. If you look at this since like mid-June, we've kind of really not done much. This still looks good above 1900. Interesting. We're getting a flash today. Maybe this is actually a buy zone if the bulls are really going to take this over the structure. I mean, you could argue that dipping into 1900 is a retest of the daily structure and could be a long right there. So maybe we'll see what next week brings. I usually don't like to hold positions through the weekend, not like in futures and stuff, because you just never know what will happen over the weekend, and you can't get out of it. It's not like crypto where you can literally trade a true 24/7. The trends are also vol flashing on the 21. Very interesting. We're getting vol flashes all over the place. Warning, warning. Um, this big price action. It's not warning that downside. It's directionless on the vol flash. It's just kind of saying, hey, we're compressed and big moves is a coming. Um, yeah, I mean, this is still in the trend. Is it breaching it ever so slightly on this trend line? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I got the hiccups. Yeah, a little bit, but as long as we're above 16K, it's all right. The DAX, German market, barely holding on here again. 15.8. I mean, it's really got to breach these local lows for anything to get excited. And then you have the 200 right beneath it. So this formation's not making it easy, man. It's pretty much in a giant range between like 15.5 and 16.5. So that's fun. Yeah, hell yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? True 24 hours, man. It can never be turned off. It ain't never going to get turned off. Oh, snap. So, one of the bigger movers in indices is the Shanghai. It's actually breaking out. This looked like it was pretty good off this basing structure. And man, if it closes like this is actually a nasty because one candle taking out every single EMA and breaching out of the green box here and kind of taking out actually a lot of these bodies too. If it ends up being closed like this, it actually might already be closed. That's a pretty nasty candle right there. I would flip bearish on this now below 32.2. What is VIX doing? VIX is just chilling, not really doing nothing. VVIX is still opening up. Oh, snap, y'all. Dude, we're about to have an open and close above 100. Uh-oh. Still got 3.5 hours. Uh-oh, that's a sign. You got to watch out. Whenever you get open and closes above 100 on VVIX, I like to take that as a caution sign. Maybe if you're like long portfolio bias or whatever, maybe that's hedge a little bit or, just clean up possibly because this generally leads to some big pops when it does happen. I need to actually make a chart on when daily closes happen, the percent VIX spike. Maybe I'll do that for a little weekend project. We'll report back on Monday on that one. That's a good one because I am curious. Regular VIX is kind of chilling above this range too. This is interesting. Is this getting ready to charge up to like 20 or low 20s? Touch the underbelly of this trend line? Possibly, possibly. If VVIX closes above 100 today, I would be looking for that. Oil. What is oil doing? All right, so you can't see it. Let me turn off. But oh, I don't have to turn it off. Whatever. You can see up here if you look up on this top part, right here. This is a down candle. I know it's painted green. I have like some special shit on here, but this is painted green, and technically, this is a tweezer top type formation. We got one nice pump trying to come out, an immediate sell off and engulfing, rejecting this price action. That is a little bit of a bearish clue that this might not have the best chance of actually breaking and having follow through from this attempted breakout from matching kind of equal highs from back in April. So that's a little bit of a clue. And we start getting anywhere below like $82. I do think that this will fail and probably come back and test somewhere inside of this blue box, probably on the upper half of it. But that is an interesting candle, though, to have. So do carry that forward because that is definitely telling us something. It could be a clue. The only way this gets negated is obviously if we get a body close above 84.35. NG, oh, also getting rejected. Look at that. Ew, what the H, man? What is that? Man, we are in the future. It's already Monday's candle. You can see down here. It's literally Monday's candle. We are in the future. They have weird closing hours on that gas. Hey, but this still is making higher highs and higher lows. I can't get mad about this one unless it breaches 260. Bonds are selling off more. Shocker. Notes, yep, shocker. Dollar's kind of pumping up again. Yeah, because rate hikes are probably happening with oil and I mean, look at this, dude. The yield TNX is saying let's pump it. Let's go to freaking 6.5% rates. I would actually love to see that. Let's freaking break this crap market. We shouldn't have been at damn near zero for so long. Like There's no respect to capital when you're at 0% interest. When you can just borrow money for a venture, fuck up, lose your money, hit up your banker friend again, borrow more money to repay the other one at 0, and then try something again. There's just no respect for capital. And so we got a bunch of froth. A lot of it has been cooked out, but a lot of it's still definitely in there. And historically, I think over many like centuries, rates generally fall in like the 4 to 7% range, like naturally is where they should be. That's like a good number. We are there. We're at like 5 something, but we'll see what happens. We are getting clues though that rates are going to get hiked again. Gold is just kind of chilling, doing whatever, not going up. That's not going to allure gold buyers if you're able to get lots of yield continuing yield. Sorry about that. That was all discombobulated. Continuing yield on CDs, where you can get 6-7% now a year. So, all right. So we got this little trend line cross. This is a really good support level. You could definitely make a good argument here for a long entry with a stop just below this swing low. You got the trend line crosses. You got the 200 close and the horizontal. That is not too shabby. I actually might take a stab on this with some SLV call spreads. Maybe buy like the 23, or maybe buy like a 24, 26 call spread, or maybe even sell some puts right here at 22. I don't know. I'm going to go look at the option chain and see see how those are looking. I don't know if y'all trade options or not. I freaking love options. They're epic. Oh, let's see. We got Abdullah. Hey, what's up, dude? Appreciate the follow. Good to have you here. Welcome. Let's see. Silver. Oh, we already did that. Oh, nice little bounce off platinum here. It's still way in the hole, though, and did technically make a lower low in the structure, but is there a lot of support in Chop Fest 3000 right here in the upper 8s? Yes, there definitely is. Really needs to get back over 950, though. All right, GDX. Okay, cool. Let's go look at your Tesla. We got Tesla over here for Tit V. Tit V, bro. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit more selling pressure. I think we were talking about 240-ish on this being kind of the temporary line in the sand. This kind of looks like distribution and like a false breakout a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down to test, like low 200s. Would be very, very healthy too for this to come tap 210, 220 before having some continuation. And there is this tiny gap that has not been all the way filled at 234. So yeah, I kind of don't like this little formation here on the daily. The weekly doesn't look as bad because you got the EMAs pointing up, kind of solidifying that 230s-ish area. But I would be patient on this one. I would want to see if this can be held to, right around here, pretty much in a 230 handle. Because anything really below like 235 is like 210, a little bit deeper retrace. And then the line in the sand on this for long term macro is 200. Let's see. We got bots. I don't know about that one. What the hell is bots? Global X Robotics. And okay. Nice. A robot ETF. I actually should put that on my list. Appreciate you bringing that up. It's not an AI thing. Oh, it is an AI thing. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on my AI list. Bots. Boom. It's there. Thank you. Yeah, I hadn't heard of this one. Now it could be getting good. We get a few more weeks up here. We can get these EMAs all crossed up and chrono cross. We do have this little swing high, little pump and dump with magenta candle of doom. Here's another magenta candle of doom. There's only 3 on the weekly here. Yeah, is it a little bit heavy below 27 handle? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, this is a pretty aggressive selling too. Yeah, I kind of would wait on this. A long, though, I would probably entertain a long if we get a little bit more selling, like around 24, 25 bucks, retesting this kind of little basing saucer pattern here. I could definitely see that as a decent entry there. But I mean, it's kind of in free fall mode. And in the middle, like this, between the 200 and the shorter term moving averages, I don't like to take trades between that because, especially when it's smack in the middle, because that's like 50-50 bets right there. I mean, it can easily pop here or just continue down to the 200. And with structure where the 200 is, I would look to see if this could sell off a little bit more. And then I would probably entertain some longs. Let's look at the macro. Yeah, you got this 382 is also right on top of this business here. So it's probably going to work its way down to 25 ish. All right, let's see. You're very welcome. Hey, 25 was on your radar. Good job, man. Just read that chart. Let the chart guide you. The chart tells you what's up, man. I know it's hard to like think that and believe that price action and it's like not that simple, but it kind of is really that simple. You have to listen to what the chart just be telling you, man. You can't and put what you want to see on it. That doesn't work. You can get real bias heavy with charting, that's for sure. We've all done it. It's okay. Coinbase, you already know about that one. Let's see here. Hey, this is just testing the tops of this, and we actually did make a body close higher than this previous one. So this, I mean, you can argue pretty well that this is a bottoming formation now. It is confirmed, and that we are now making higher highs and higher lows and are in an uptrend. We could draw like a weekly trend line here, something like that. Yeah, you can see here that's been pretty well respected even via the daily. So, I mean, this actually looks pretty good as long as it's riding this trend line and staying above about mid 60s. So on the macro, on the daily, hold on, let's see. On the daily, could you lose this 80 level and hit 65 to 69 pretty quick? Yeah, most definitely. But then that comes into probably a repositioning for a long right there, especially if crypto is going to break out. Yeah, I mean, this is weekly looks good, man. You can't knock on this, especially with this higher high, higher lows. Let's see if we can make another higher low now. This is the test for the weekly over the next couple weeks, maybe by the end of this month. See if we can just start building the structure back to the upside here. We start getting back into those sub 69, then it's just back in this stupid range and would breach the trend line. So that would be kind of meh. Maker, man, good old Maker. The Maker. Nope, wait, that's not what we want. What is Maker? Oh, this is on TradeStation. Nah. Wow, is Maker pumping like this? What the hell, dude? Hold on, we need a longer chart. Let's go to Polo. Polo always has the longest history, and it also apparently has a freaking what is this oil? What is it going -40? What is this crap? Okay, well we're gonna have to go to a different one. It's messing the chart up. Let's go to Bittrex. Will have it for a long time, but the chart looks pretty shitty. Damn it! Come on, give me a good one. How about OKX? They usually have some pretty good charts. Yeah, there we go. And let's go to the weekly because there's a lot. Wow, what the hell, man? Maker is kicking ass, dude. This one totally missed my radar. Hold on, let's start at the weekly. Yeah, we're actually above all of this now. Nice little kind of saucer pattern here. Great candle. Structure out of this excuse me, out of the last couple of months. This looks pretty damn good above about 1,000. Nice round number. Keep it simple. Around $1,000, it does look pretty good. You got a little bit of bearish divergence between here and here. Don't really have it on the DMI, but on the RSI you do have it. And man, this thing, holy shit, dude. This like has already done a double since July. Very nice. See, there's so many damn cryptos. This is what I'm hoping to accomplish with this channel is we can help each other keep eyeballs on the tens of thousands of tradables because I don't like Jim Cramer really that much. He does have a couple of sayings. I mean, he's been around the game for a while. It's not like he's totally dumb, but I know he's made fun of a lot because the inverse Cramer crap and all that. But he has some sayings, and one of them is there's always a bull market somewhere. And Like I said, I don't really like the guy, but he does have some tits and bits and stuff that are okay. And that's one of them. There is always something rallying and doing good, and Maker is one of those, looking very good above $1,000, man. Very nice chart. All right, what time is it? Oh crap, what time is it? All right, I gotta go pick up the son from school here in a second, so we're gonna wrap this up. If there's any other tickers, throw them in now. Wow, VFF is up another. Look at this, y'all. Weed stonks. What, dude? Weed stonks. What, dude? Get out of here. We were looking at this the other day and talking about getting in on some of the pampage here, and here you go. Very, very nice move. On MJ, it didn't go down. We're still sideways on MJ. And what else is it? Tilray's kind of stalling out still a little bit. See, they got good earnings on Canopy Growth. They actually crushed earnings. Wow, they made 20% more revenue. That's great. That's happening in the weed market right now. Apparently, the market didn't care about that, though, and it just kind of sold off, dribbled out. But whatever Village Farm said, everyone freaking liked it. This is the most aggressive move we've seen on Village Farms shit in 2 years, y'all. That is a big deal. Let's see what the weekly's doing. Wow, yeah, that is an epic move, y'all. Very, very good. You're very welcome, Tit. Very, very welcome. Not much volume, but hey, price, man, freaking hell of a move right there. What is that? 50%? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let's go. All right, let's go to I want to look at our blockchain miner index. Yeah, just sitting right on top of the trend line. Nothing to add to it from last video. Really need to get over 460 or lose 420. So until it does that, it's whatever's. Cores is kind of. I'd be real careful with this one. I've been looking for a re-entry on this. I did pretty good trade on it when it broke out of this, but I've kind of just been waiting. And this is a little bit funky pattern. This is kind of distribution smelling. I don't really like lower low or lower highs you see on the daily, and we did breach and actually technically make a lower low. So is this working its way? That's double working its way down below 75. Possibly. It does look a little bit heavy, and the only way I'd change my mind on that is if it could breach back over $1, and then I would kind of flip positions. But this is looking a little bit distribution-esque, so I'd be a little cautious there on that. All right, I think that's probably it. Yeah, let's just do the wrap up. Bitcoin, get over 30K, you little bitch. What are you doing? Gosh. And that's for the bulls that talk like that. And then the bears are like, oh, yeah, they're salivating. They're like, let's get it. It looks like you're about to break down, you little punk. Loses 28,000. Y'all already know what's up. That starts to get pretty ugly because we start camping below 28,000. That will manifest a weekly chart to open and close below the 21 EMA. And that is my shift points for crypto, specifically Bitcoin, is if price is above the 21 EMA, it's bull mode. I don't care pretty much about anything else. If it's below it, it's bear mode. And what flips my positioning on there is not just one candle. It will be 3 candles. I like to see 3 weeklies open and close above or below it. And that flips the macro for me. That's kind of how I look at it. And, to each his own. But, yeah, we haven't got that. But we start camping below 28,000 on the daily. That will manifest those weeklies to happen. So we don't want to see that. We're not seeing it yet. We're just lollygagging like a mofo. Bitcoin loves and crypto loves to go sideways for way longer than you think it can. That's for sure. More so than I've seen most tradables. It's almost like the VIX. The volatility index will go sideways as hell for a really, really long time. And then you're just like, oh my God, this is so boring. And so crypto kind of does that same thing. Futures, what are futures doing? Yeah, we didn't get any new data on that. Don't forget, vol flashes are popping up everywhere though this week in the last pretty much this month, the month of August. It's even early, and it's already vol flashing the shit out of us all over the place. So be ready for a move. I do think it's coming by the end of this month. A very large one. I think will break this range. And outside of that, man, I appreciate y'all joining me. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great, awesome, super fun weekend. Do some stuff. I mean, or work. Some people work on the weekends. I was in the food business for a really long time. So my Friday was technically like a Sunday, but whatever. Do your thing. Have an awesome weekend, man. I appreciate y'all joining and hanging out. And I'm going to go pick up the kiddo and go have some fun this weekend with him since he's full back in school now. So I'm going to go do that, get my dad on, and much love. I will catch y'all on Monday morning. Hopefully we got some price action to talk about. Usually not. Weekends are pretty boring since futures came out on crypto, but whatever. Hopefully we got something to talk about Monday that's new. You have a great weekend as well, Tit. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here and providing some chat content. I really appreciate that. And hey, we found a new ETF, or I did via you with bots. Very cool. Appreciate that. And I'll see y'all on Monday morning. Peace.